Good morning, everybody. I hope this video finds you well. Today is a special little Patreon update. If you've been following the news, you will note that there's a lot of serious United States provocations in the world regarding provoking Russia, provoking China, provoking the Middle East, with all kinds of warmongering and stuff. It's just basically off the scale. And if you view the commentators, all the commentators are saying the United States is acting absolutely horrible with this, the worst ever foreign policy in the history of the world. And basically, the term is nuclear war, nuclear war, nuclear war, but nobody will ever fire the first shot, of course. Never saying never. And so I'm a bit concerned. So I voiced my concerns to the domain commander, and I am going to use this venue to tell you what the domain commander told me in response. That being said, let it be known that tomorrow I will release a post that will give the light version of what I'm about to say here, okay? So, guys, I've been pretty, concerned about all this stuff, and obviously, Domain Commander knows about my concerns and everything, understands everything I experience and see and know, and Domain Commander, whatever the personality is absolutely tied together with a greater picture, far greater than anything I know of, and it's pretty substantial. And so in regards to all of this, in regards to talking about nuclear weapons in the United States and everything, the domain commander has told me specifically that while for the longest time it's been medium bad or small bads to medium bads, that things have ratcheted up a few notches, and now it's on the low band of the medium bads. In other words, it is now in medium bad territory, but that I'm not supposed to worry about it because it's only a medium bad, and this is a normal course of events for species in this range of technology, and that the systems are all in play, and this is the experiences that I'm supposed to experience on this worldwide template, but I am personally not supposed to worry about them because I am safe in my lifeboat, my lifeboat, and that I'm pretty much immune. I shouldn't get too caught up about all these other things. And so there is an escalation of hostilities that they're heading towards their natural conclusion. It is no longer small to medium bads, but it is a solid medium bad on the low end of the scale, which I have no idea what that means, but that there will be a rearranging of the geopolitical landscape. And I don't know what it will be, but there will be a rearranging of the geopolitical landscape. Some changes will be catastrophic. Other changes will be extrapolated from what we're currently seeing right now, and we shouldn't be too surprised about it. And that other things that we're very, very concerned about is just going to fizzle out and become big nothing burgers. The main commander, he, I don't know what if it thinks I'm funny. Um, but it's so easy if you're in a template to get caught up in the template lifestyle and the template surroundings. If I were to reincarnate, say, as a dog, I would be very, very concerned about the smells of other dogs in the neighborhood, whether it was a female dog or a male dog, or whether a bone is buried somewhere, or this and that. I would be very, very concerned about it. But the things going on with horses and cats and stuff, not so much concern. And I'm in this environment right now where the concerns are based on technology and the misuse of technology, and the power struggles, the geopolitical power struggles that are par and parcel of this physical body that I have inhabited. And so I'm not supposed to be upset about it. The low end of medium bads is suggestive in my mind, maybe a couple of nuclear explosions or some catastrophic events that are horrific, but not earth-shattering to me personally. The impression I get is that personally I'm going to be fine. But the world itself is going to be undergoing some changes. The domain commander also gave me some insights. And the insights could be significant or not. It's up to you guys to, because I'm relating it to you guys. It's up to you to determine how significant it is. As I've long said, I said a lot of this stuff is not being reported or intentionally misreported. If you knew the full story about all these other little odds and ends that are going around, it would lead you to some more accurate conclusions of the state of the world right now. For instance, Turkey was not doing what the United States said, and so Biden told Turkey, you do this or else. Turkey said no. Then the very next day, the entire country was rocked with earthquakes. And Chinese satellite imaging shows 3 underground nuclear bomb craters. You can see the disturbances on top. Reported as freak occurrence of earthquakes in Turkey. No association at all about what Biden said the day before. And we have yet to see anything else that Biden, that came into being that could remotely be associated with you do as we say or else. There's no or else. There was only one event, and that was that earthquake. There was no other or else. Likewise, and this is what came to me this morning. Do you remember way back, last year perhaps, there was this directed energy beam that hit Hawaii and just burned up an entire city, in this town, not really city, and a lot of finger pointing, and the whole area was cordoned off. And there's all these tinfoil hat conspiracies. Do you remember that? There are all these conspiracies going around. One conspiracy was that it's the oligarchs took control of directed energy beam and only saved the houses for the rich and famous people. Another one is the U.S. government took the beam and burned everything up. While another one was it's just a natural occurrence, freak wildfire. Do you remember that? Remember that? Well, domain commander says that that's Chinese. The Chinese blasted a hole in Hawaii to make a point, not the United States government doing something for oligarchs, not the oligarchs doing it to own some property, but that the Chinese did it to react to a threat or an event, both the threat and the event, which was not publicized anywhere in public media, or at least that I know of. So the main commander did not say what, but it was a demonstrator event. And a demonstrator event is only beneficial if the people who are in control know that there is a demonstration of power. Not the politicians, but the people in power. Which tells me that the military was shown this demonstrator. Not the flag officers that are political chess pieces, but the military, perhaps the head of the Navy or something, what was shown this as a demonstrator. And while everybody is looking at the DF, the Dongfeng 17, and these other missiles that have various abilities and capabilities, there are other systems that China has and that they've demonstrated. This goes on top of other concerns. So the point here is that there's lots and lots of weapon systems and technologies that are pretty much underplayed or not exposed to the general population, that do exist nevertheless, and that these demonstrators have hit at various points. China is ramping up. Right now, China is ramping up, being more aggressive in saying, we're tired of these provocations. You know, we're hitting a saturation level. Please stop. At the same time, Russia is. And there's going to be an uptick in generalized hostilities. And the good news for MM here is I'm going to be out of the fray. And that's been pretty much clear to me. I'm out of the fray. A high probability of me being out of the fray. The way the commander explains these things, it's all in probabilities. There's nothing carved in stone. You know, after all, Domain lost an entire battalion that was stationed here. All right, things are not carved in stone. Things can affect everybody, but there's high probabilities, and I'm told, you know, I'm relatively safe where I'm at. As far as a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you are typically, not a lot of you, not all of you, are typically going to be relatively okay. Some of you will have to deal with some issues, but not to worry, and that all will be pretty good for the most part. There are going to be other people and other systems that are going to be catastrophically altered. And I take that to mean things such as currency, commerce, lifestyle adaptations, social issues, society, stuff like that. So those things are coming down the pipe. But for you guys, for the most part, I think you'll be able to adapt pretty good. And that was what the domain commander had to say. Obviously, as I said before, and I don't want to spend too much time, I've really been trying to cut down the sizes of my videos. Bottom line was this. I got some MM pieces going on talking about nuclear war, and everybody's fearful about this and what's going on in the Philippines and all kinds of stuff like that. But the bottom line is that I was worried. I asked Domain Commander. Domain Commander responded back. It was no longer small to medium bad, but we are firmly in medium bad territory. But it's at the low band end of the medium bad, and do not surprised if there's some catastrophic events occur. But for the most part, it will only impact a small percentage of the population, and probably will not impact any of these of the patron and viewing audience. What, however, will be affected will be a lot of things dealing with society, currency, finances, and what have you. So be advised of that. And with that, people, sorry I'm long in the tooth. Take care. Remember that I believe in you. Be kind to dogs and cats. And I'm going to end this up with some words from the Domain Commander. Relax. Okay? It's all good. Okay? Just relax. Don't get too caught up. Okay? Take care, everybody. Remember, I believe in you. Bye-bye.